Good evening, everybody out there. Welcome to the New Agent Roundtable. This is the first of many roundtables. And the reason why it's so special is because all of us here are still getting our footings in the real estate industry while helping others, right? So we're going to share with you a lot of our strategies, tactics, different ways to help you, and also answer your questions. Make sure you have those questions ready, because we're going to answer them on the spot. All right, so we're going to kick it off. I'm Javier. Many of you have seen me screaming in the microphone for the last 3.5 years about something to do with real estate. Okay, and the very special thing about that is my passion is, of course, to help new agents, and that's why I created the New Agent Handbook. And now we're developing a New Agent Handbook team of like-minded individuals. So Javier Nichols here to your service.
My name is Amelia Adams. I am from Keller Williams. Been doing this for a little over 7 months now. So I'm going to be giving you some insight on things that help me and things that just help me get my business going, and how I obtain leads and how I, make physical calls and expired calls. So this is me.
Hey, how y'all doing, everybody? My name is Joseph Wanamaker, aka Jersey Joe, your Garden State Realtor. I'm licensed with Keller Williams Morristown. One thing I'll say is today you're gonna learn about how to brand yourself, how to market yourself, how to get your name out there, how to keep throwing your name out there to the people so they won't forget you. And yeah, we're gonna have fun tonight.
Absolutely. I'm turning on my captions. Somebody put me on game. They teaching me while we live, so it's going down. They teaching me while we live. So we're gonna jump. Our first topic of the night, because as you guys know, we have a list of topics that we're gonna touch on. But the first topic, yeah, I am. I'm the host. I'm leading us into this, right? This is the first Facebook Live. I want everybody to go crazy in the chat and ask questions. Of course, we're gonna jump into that. But I want to start talking about the perspective of the market from a buyer's eyes, right? Through the buyer's eyes. So many of you out there, if you don't already own a property, I'm sure you have thought about it or you are thinking about it. And for those who are looking to invest in real estate, I'm sure you're considering making purchases, but may not feel inclined to based off of what you hear and what you see in the industry. So I want to pass that to the group to see exactly like how do you guys see it from a buyer's perspective out there on being successful and finding a good deal?
Go ahead,
any of y'all could jump. Yeah, any of y'all could jump in on that. Like it's more or less like from a buyer's perspective. So the buyers you've dealt with in the last, let's say, like month, right? How difficult has it been, or how easy has it been?
For me, it's. Oh, go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
One thing I'll say is just letting them know like how the market is. It's very competitive. So your offer that you put in is your best and final. So you want to come in there with the guns loaded to put your best and final offer in. If I ask you for the scale of 1 to 10, how you feel about this house, and you say it's a 10, then we got to act like it's a 10. We got to go get this house. If this is what you want, we got to go get it.
Now, is that difficult though in the eyes of the buyer right now? Is that what you just laid out? Is it difficult to achieve?
It depends on what area they looking to shop in, because every area is different. More houses, depending on the location, is more demand, is more competitive. So like, for instance, if you're looking to shop in Cherry Hill, you already know you got to come with the money. You got to come ready. So yeah, that house going to last on the market price 72 hours. So you got to come prepared. If that's the house you really want, you got to shoot your best shot on your offer, because your shot you shoot could be your last shot. So
okay, and we're gonna talk more about shooting your shot and what that means, right? Because we want to learn more about how to make sure that you shoot the right shot, right? Because it's a strategies involved. So we're gonna touch more on that.
For me, it's been. Oh, sorry, Joe. For me, it's been like a balance, right? I don't want to say it's been hard, but it hasn't been easy. So it's like I try to prepare my clients, my buyers, to let them know this is a seller's market. So get prepared to put a little bit of extra money out when you're submitting these offers, because the price tag you see is not the price tag you're going to pay. The house can be listed at 200, you might pay 225, you might pay 250. So I always try to get them prepared and let them know that this is a seller's market, and to mentally get them on the same page as me, so that we can make substantial offers and try to win those offers to get those homes.
Okay, so basically what I'm hearing from you guys is very similar to what I'm dealing with as well in my market. And I'm in Bucks County, everybody. So everybody out there that's watching this, I'm sure you're all over New Jersey, all over the country, matter of fact.
Yes.
But I'm in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. These amazing agents are in Morristown, New Jersey, all over New Jersey, the entire New Jersey, basically. You cover, you know, pretty much the whole entire state.
Mainly for me, just South Jersey, but I'm working my way into North Jersey, Cape May County. I'm trying to work myself all over. I don't have an area that I'm stationed in yet, but so far I've just been working South Jersey.
Awesome, awesome. And it's basically the same thing as far as buyers needing to represent themselves and present themselves in a way that stands out, right? So again, none of that is much different from what you guys at home and are watching this have heard and have seen. But the reason why we're touching on that is because we're going to dive into ways to help you purchase properties, right? We already have a question in the chat of how to get started investing in real estate. And I have a whole, we're going to talk more about that as well. But it's very clear that we want to make sure that everyone not only understands the different ways to capture that property that you're looking for, but for the agents watching this, how to better help your buyers, right? Because we all can agree here that a buyer's presentation, preparing them for the market is very important, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yep. And this is something that for all the new agents out there that are, you know, tuning in and we'll be watching this later on, you guys want to make sure that you are preparing your buyers and you're giving them that screenshot, that analysis of the market before going into it, right? Just ask them the question or just want to see it through their eyes and let them understand it. Now, from a seller standpoint, how is the market? Like, how are you guys dealing with the sellers right now? Are y'all flying off the shelves, sitting around a little while? Like, what's going on out there? Please tell me.
I wouldn't personally say flying off the shelves, but you know, it's definitely been like a little bit of a roller coaster. For me, I have 2 listings actually actively live right now. So I would kind of say like they're getting ready to fly off the shelf, but they didn't like fly off the shelf within a couple of days, right? Because everybody doesn't want to live in these areas. One area is the lowest poverty area in America. The other area is like a mediocre area. So it's not bad, but you know, I'm getting ready to readjust my listing so that it can fly off the shelf. It's been on the market for about 7 days now. And I just think that we're overpriced a little bit. So we're definitely going to reposition it, fix the price up a little bit so that we can get it sold.
And that's good that you recognize that, by the way, because if you're putting the property on the market, you may think, oh, it's going to just sell automatically. But if you're not constantly watching what's going on, it could be sitting for quite a while. And you think 7 days is a long time. I mean, I don't let stuff sit for 60 days and I'm still excited about it.
Yeah, that's a little bit too long for me. So one thing I want to tell you guys, when you're doing listings, you know, if you see that you're not getting any showings and you haven't done any open houses, you really just want to have a conversation with your seller and see like, what is it? Is it the photos? Is it the price? Like, why is the home not selling? So you really want to just sit down with the seller and really just go over some of the things to maybe remarket or reposition the home to get it sold, because you don't want it to sit on the market, because then that allows buyers to submit lower offers than what you have it initially listed for.
So tell us, how do you have that conversation with a seller if a seller is dead set on saying, all right, I want to sell this house for $200,000. This is what it is. If you don't put it on the market for right at this price, I'm gonna find somebody else. As a newer agent coming in, right? As a newer agent coming in, trying to solidify your business and trying to generate business, how do you have a conversation with a seller who's dead set on the number?
So for me, go ahead, Joe.
All right. So the way the market is set up, if they having trouble, you having some type of discussion like that and disagreement, go the seller way. If they want to list it for $350 and you tell them $335, let's try $350 for 2 weeks. And then if it all fails, we try my way. So I was saying
2 weeks, that 2 week time frame.
Yeah, that 2 week time frame. Give them 2 weeks, we do it the seller way for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, we do it my way. So we're going to try it their way first. So it is a seller's market, so they might be correct. So we're going to try it out.
They might be, but they're not real estate agents. So to add on to that, it's like, for me, I wouldn't even give a seller 2 weeks, because it's like, if the homes around this home that you're trying to sell is not even pulling at 350, then we're not giving it 2 weeks. I'm not waiting 2 weeks at 350, because homes around you aren't selling for 350. So I always my strategy is to start low and then to get more offers so that you can get over asking. If you start high, you're going to have a smaller pool of people that are interested in the home because it's too high. You want to start low and then shoot for higher.
Awesome. Now, having that conversation is definitely a tough one, but if you are able to let them know the way you're explaining it to us right now, like, all right, listen, start here, and then you're going to get here automatically because of the demand. You're showing knowledge in the marketplace, even though you may have just started last month. So for those of you who are, real estate agents, right? And you didn't just start last month, but I'm saying you could just be starting like a week ago and have that discussion with a seller and say, hey, listen, let's price it here because it's going to draw in more attention. We may end up here. And they're going to be like, okay, great. Let's try it out because I do like that number. And if I can get that faster, then that's the ultimate goal.
Right.
I like that.
So for me, it's like, I recognize my listing, like it was priced way too high, but I'm human. I made a mistake. I ran comps off of a neighborhood that's like right next door. I was like, man, we're not getting me. Like, we're barely getting showings. We're barely getting offers. So I was like, yeah, I had that conversation with the seller. And sometimes it is uncomfortable, but this game in real estate, you can't be in it if you're scared. You just got to get uncomfortable being uncomfortable. Yeah. So we had that conversation. She came up with the price. I said, perfect. We'll do it this way. And we'll start low and we'll reposition this home to try to get more offers.
I like that approach. And that leads us into our next topic, because when you just say you can't be scared, you got to go in, right? So, so that's why we're here. All right, hold on, wait. Wait, we got a question here. And he said he don't want to wait. All right. So he wants to know about that investor. Now, Jason, is that no, his name is not Jason. His name is Mr. Light Guy. So anybody that needs, I'm plugging him right now because he's a good friend of mine. He's a real good electrician. So if anybody needs an electrician, tag Mr. Light Guy LLC. Look him up. Tell him I sent you. He's gonna take good care of you. So yeah. So he said. So what is the question, Jason? You want to know about the investment question, because that is pretty much what it comes down. You know what I mean? When it comes down to increasing the wealth, right? But you have to have that confidence. And I believe, and you guys help me with this, if you want to truly get into investing in real estate, you got to team up with an aggressive real estate agent. Many real estate investors out there sell you on a dream of doing it yourself. You're going to go and buy these leads and go and buy these cheap houses from these cheap websites, right? And I say cheap because most of the websites do not have you as an interest point. They have the money, right? So they're not being transparent. They're not giving you the right details. So for everyone that's out there thinking about investing in real estate, the first move is to find an aggressive real estate agent who is going to not only share information with you, but go out and have conversations, right, with off-market sellers. So how do you guys feel about that? Like, can you add on to that? Because I think it's still more that need to be driven on.
Well, for investors, yes, you definitely want to grow with an aggressive real estate agent, or a good real estate agent for that matter, because you want to find deals and off-market deals, because investors don't want to pay top dollar. They barely want to pay, no more than 100,000 because they're thinking long term, right? They want to fix it up, flip it, and maybe rent it out, or maybe fix it and flip it and sell it. So you definitely want an agent who knows the market, or an aggressive listing agent to really just know the backdoor deals, because everything that's on the MLS may not suit an investor. A lot of times it doesn't suit the investor. So you want to connect with as many, in my opinion, wholesalers, investors, because they may have other pocket listings for you.
That's good. How you feel about that, Joe?
Basically, everything Amelia says is correct, but just to piggyback off Amelia, like she said, as an investor, it's all a numbers game. The numbers gotta make sense to them, because they gotta put the rehab in, and then if you're trying to fix it and resell or flip it, you got to think about the ARV, the comps in the area. What after we fix this house, where this property gonna sell at? So for instance, if I bought an $80,000 house, once we put 30 or 40,000 into it, can we sell it for 180, 190 to try to make the money that we spent and some and come up? So it's all a number game. It's all about margin that gap, the big gap is when they sell it.
I like that. I like that. And we had a question of, should the buyer pay above asking price or should they wait? And or the question, actually, let me read it so I can make sure I'm touching it correctly here. So hold on, wait. Should people wait to buy a house or pay over asking price now? And I'm gonna give you a quick answer on that. And I say buy it now, right? Because two things are going to play into that, is depending on what kind of deal you find, right? And that always comes back to the right realtor, right? And it's a difference between a real estate agent and a realtor, guys. And I don't even want to get into that. Yes. We're going to talk about that
We're going to say that for later.
All right. But I'm saying find a good realtor, okay? Realtor. Not a realtor, it's realtor. And actually, we're going to do a little segment on that. But anyway, so you find a really good one. They're able to help you get the right price, all right? There is a category of, listings called expireds, meaning it did not sell on the market at the set price. It is also a way for you to find properties who've been on the market for a little while. Right. She just mentioned a property that was on the market for 7 days. To her, that's a long time. So if you call her, giving her a phenomenal deal, right, with a great presentation, because the presentation of the deal has to be right. And I say this because most people put together their contracts. It's 300-500 PDFs, come in all different kinds of ways, and it's not proper. Or they may just be calling it in. Right. So if you're submitting an offer, it needs to have a BFI. So I want to make sure everybody knows this. For those of you that are watching this or will be watching this, pull your notepad out. I'm always with the notepad because you never know what gems are going to be dropped that's going to resonate with you. Right. So grab a pen and paper for some of the things that we're talking about, because we all have real estate in our lives. No matter if you rent, you own, you live in a basement, you live in an attic. It doesn't matter. Where you work is real estate. Where you live is real estate. Okay, so you need this information and you need to understand how to navigate this world. And passionate agents like us truly make it possible and reachable, right? You ain't got to go nowhere far. Pull up Facebook. We right here at the Roundtable. All right, so I want to jump into our next topic, and it's going to be giving the new agents out there some tips, because that's what we're about. The New Agent Handbook team is about empowering real estate agents across the country and making them dangerous, increasing their value by giving them certain things to do so, like RPR, HUD-owned properties, Canva, you name it. We can talk about it, but let's start. So let's go over some 6 tips for new real estate agents. So those of you who are new agents, get your pen and pad out.
And those of you who are not agents, but maybe are considering real estate, or maybe you just want to understand a little bit of the market, understand what we're discussing, what's going on, how to buy a home, how to sell a home, raise your hand, ask a question. We'll definitely address it for you.
Absolutely.
So I'll start. I'll give 2 tips, for new agents looking to build their pipeline. For me, I started with a little bit of everything, right? So I was thinking about doing expired calls, FSBO calls. For those of you who don't know, FSBOs for sell by owner, for rent by owner. Door knocking wasn't really my thing. I haven't really tried mailers yet. So I started with a little bit of everything, but then I was just like, you know what? I'm going to stick to making phone calls, right? So I made a goal. My goal is 25 calls a day, and I'll call FSBOs, expireds, for rent by owners, and 25 calls a day for me is a satisfactory to say, like, listen, I did some type of justice to work in my business to try to elevate and move forward. So I'll call these owners and see if they want to list their home or see if they want to rent their property out, put it on the MLS. And I've been getting a lot of feedback. Like I've gotten actually a renter that I just called maybe a couple of days ago, and he's like, listen, I'm ready. I want to rent my property out. So I'll have a new rental coming soon in Atlantic City for 1,900. And yeah, so I make phone calls, but I just think that as a new agent, you really just need to find out what you're good at and what's comfortable for you. I don't think you should try everything. I think that you should really just pick 1 or 2 things and see if that works. Stick to it for 6 months, and then you'll know, like, if this is for me or it's not for me. Door knocking honestly just wasn't my thing, but I'm not against it. It may work for some other people. It just didn't work for me.
All right, so we're gonna go back though. Wait, we gotta go back. No. That first thing you went in. Hold on, wait. Somebody asked the question. So you said 25 calls per day.
Yeah.
And you're making, who are you calling? And you said it kind of fast because we're in the industry. So most of you might have heard like Fizbo, and then she said it. All right, so break that down. So FISBO means means what?
FISBO means for sale by owner. That means that there's a homeowner out there on the market who is selling the home without using an agent. So a lot of times agents call to get the listing so that they can get the commission and obviously, get the experience to list a homeowner's home. And Jasmine, for you to just ask the question or made a statement, we probably will go door knocking when it gets hot. I just felt real uncomfortable. Like, I don't know.
Sean just said that on Facebook Live. He said the same thing.
I just felt real uncomfortable.
Like,
you get in front of a homeowner, you're just like, hey, are you interested? No, I'm not. Like, I don't know. I think I need to go do it with somebody first, watch them, and then maybe it could possibly be for me. But
how you feel about that,
outside.
Joe? I'm just curious, like his door knocking thoughts. How you feel about door knocking? Just while we're on that subject, because we didn't finish your second one though, because I wanted to jump into that. But Joe, tell us about the door knocking. Do you door knock or do you like it?
I did it one time. I'm actually a people person. I don't mind doing things like that. I actually think like once people see who you are, they could put a name to a face, and it's like it's more warm. It's a more warm feeling than you calling them. Nobody want to pick up the phone like. You see somebody calling you spam risk, or you see it, you don't notice 9 out of 10, you're not picking up the phone. Yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely a warm feeling by you greeting people at their door. You know what I mean? You get to meet and greet. People get to remember who you are, get to know who the realtor is and their location. And yeah, I don't have a problem with it, but my main thing is social media, man. Social media.
Okay. So we're gonna go to you to get your 2 tips because I know it's gonna be heaters. But I wanted to ask about that. Me myself, door knocking, I love it. Okay, and we're gonna be doing some crazy stuff once this weather breaks. I'm gonna be out here. I got a microphone that goes into my phone and then it goes underneath my tie. So I'm gonna give you guys some real up close hearing me door knock. I love door knocking. I literally made my name door knocking. Like anybody in this area who knows me, they know me as being somebody out there door knocking. And just like you guys were saying, it's up close, it's personal, it is cringy, it is dangerous at times, depending on how you look at it. But most importantly, it breaks that barrier down because your energy is pure and you're coming near to let them know about their property in their neighborhood. And most people don't know. Okay, when I door knock, people are like surprised. First of all, they don't know who I am. They're like, I have had people open up the windows, looking down, like, what do you want? And I'm like, just want to tell you, your value went up 85%. You know what I mean? So again, those don't really work well. I have to keep walking, but there are moments where you really touch a person and let them know what's going on, and they see you differently. And if they decide to sell in the future, they want an agent who is doing things out of the norm. This is what we're going to continuously talk about throughout tonight is how do we add that shock value? But first, we got to go back because you want to finish your first tip. So the first tip was 25 contact calls a day for new agents, 25 contact calls a day for new agents. And what is the second tip?
The second thing is to find a friend in the office. It doesn't have to be a top agent. As we know, top agents sometimes aren't nice. Not to say they're mean, they're just busy or they just have a lot of things going on. So they probably don't want a new agent shadowing. So maybe get somebody that's a year or 6 months in that you can go out with and maybe do door knocking or just understanding how real estate works because it is overwhelming. Like when I first started, it's just like there was so much. Like I had to get sign-ins, I had to get like fingerprints. Like it's a lot of things you have to do, and it's just like you have to pace yourself or you're going to burn yourself out as soon as you get started. So those are my 2 tips.
Like that. So partner up with somebody, join forces, collaborate, and 25 calls a day. So did y'all get that? Write it down. All right, this is not write it down. Day. So we're gonna go Jersey Joe. Tell us what it is, man. 2 tips for the new agents out there so they can succeed, man. Let them know.
I think the most important tip is join the right brokerage. Join a brokerage that fits you and your style.
Coming for the heat.
The most important
Calls, Bruce. Calls. I'm sorry, Bruce had a question. That's my man, Bruce. By the way, Bruce is the man. He's.
Yeah, so the brokerage is the most important thing. I tell you, time at the time, new agents join these different brokerages, and they feel lost. They're not getting the right training. They feel, you know what I mean, no type of mentorship. They feel as though they're getting ripped off. So at my brokerage, the trainers are superb. You got the right coaches in your corner and the right mentors. So a lot of agents in my brokerage, new agents, are successful. And it's a young crowd. So that plays into the part when you're around young, hungry, motivated people that fits who you are, that helps you grow. And my second tip is branding yourself. That's also the number one most important thing to me. I'll say that's 1B, is branding yourself. Your brand is your name, and your name is your brand. So, you know what I mean? You want to brand yourself, market yourself, put your face out there, because if you're a secret agent, nobody gonna know who you are. A closed mouth don't get fed in this game. This a dog-eat-dog world in this real estate game. So you gotta put your name out there, because
we know your name, Jersey Joe. We know your name already.
Y'all know Jersey Joe.
How I'm gonna take a lead from Jersey Joe?
Yeah,
that's what you gotta look at it. How I'm gonna take a lead from Jersey Joe? We in the same area. Yeah. So you gotta think about how I'm gonna put myself out there, because he out there right now. He hustling. He doing what he got to do. What I gotta do to take that lead from him? That's how you gotta look at it. It's competition. So you gotta put your name out there. It's like, for real.
I love that. It's real out here. This real estate
I look at
game.
this thing. This competition, baby. It's like game 7.
There's so many of us out here, right? So you gotta do that. You so many of us out here, and there's a lot of folks out here selling real estate and have great names. And how you gonna stand out?
Keep going. It's a new realtor every day passing the test. Real talk. Everybody join real estate. So what you gonna do to separate your pack from the pack? Yeah, you got to put yourself out there, brand yourself.
That's amazing. That's so amazing, man. I love that. That's like straight up.
Yo, at work now.
Yeah.
My last name Wanamaker. So at work, we know from our last name.
So hold on. Tell them a little bit about your background, by the way, man. Thank you for your service, by the way. I got family in the same industry, so I want to say that, man.
So now at work, everybody calling me Jersey Joe.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. It's out there. So yeah, that's what it's all about. Marketing and branding yourself. Get your name
out there. I like that. So you guys heard it. So far, we have 25 calls a day. All right. As a new agent, make those calls. All right. Stop playing games. They don't have to be calls. Do some type of text message, email. All right. Just do something that's a contact. And Bruce, that does go back to what I said earlier, because I did say calls, and you asked if it's contacts or calls. And I'm going to go on the record to say contacts and calls, okay? Contacts by way of text messages. For all the new agents and newer agents out there that are watching this, go back on your text message to the very first text message that you ever have made on your phone. Go to the very first text message, okay? Start re-engaging with those conversations. And when you start seeing text messages like spam text messages or just stuff that you're not into anymore, erase them. It's going to save your storage, and you're going to refresh conversations. So that's a gem for y'all to keep that in mind. Go through your text messages and let people know who you are. And don't just text them, I'm a real estate agent. You want to sell or buy? No, man, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. Find out how their day is going. Happy New Year. New Year just passed. Happy New Year. Hope you and the family are doing well. Hope everything is going well. Hey, do you know of anybody? Or, hey, I just found out about this down payment assistance program. Or, hey, I just got connected with a lender who deals with 580 credit scores, right? You're giving them something of value while you're sending them a text message. They already know you're a real estate agent, right? So that's a gem right there. Partner up with somebody in your brokerage. Make sure you guys are partnered up with the like-minded individuals, okay? Because they're going to let you not ride off of their coattails, but they're going to let you in on how they're growing their business and giving you some tips and tricks along the way so you can grow your business. Join the right brokerage. That's a heavy one, because most of y'all know what it is, right? I mean, personally, I know what it is, and it's definitely something that I'm making sure, I'm doing my thing. But at the same time, if you do not choose the right brokerage, you will be finding yourself in a situation where you do not have that support you need. But this is why the New Agent Handbook team is here. All right. So we're here. So if your brokerage sucks and you don't want to leave, come to us. We can help you optimize your brokerage. All right. Brand yourself.
Yes.
Branding yourself is very important if you want to stand out. All right. So I want to go my two. All right. Last but not least, my 2 tips for new agents is simple. All right. The first thing is
I'll be right back.
know your market. Take your time.
Help.
It's all good. Take your time. I got 3 of my own downstairs. For real. we got moms on the live, so they know what's up. But listen, my first tip for all the new agents out there, okay, is know your market. Know your market. Okay.
Right.
Plain and simple. If you do not know your market, you're never going to get any deals. Yes, you may come across some things that happen, or you may get a deal here, you may get this here, but you need to know your market. All right. You need to understand what was the highest price sold in your market. What was the lowest price sold? Where are the trend levels at? Where are values going up? Where are values going down? Why are values going up? Why are values going down? Right? Where are all these deals located? If you don't know your market, you cannot articulate well and communicate well to anybody. You're just going to sound like a regular agent. Right. Somebody asks you what's going on in the market. Oh, it's going crazy. No. Which market you speaking about? Single family or multifamily? Oh, I'm speaking about single family. Okay, great. Well, single family homes in this area has increased 65% in the last 12 months. It's a really good time for a seller, but for a buyer, it's a little challenging. And here's the ways we're helping out, right? It sounds a little different. Doesn't matter if I've been doing this for 2 days or for 20 years. If you don't know your market, you will not succeed long-term in this business. So I'm writing that down. True. Know your market.
Know your market. Yes, I'm gonna write that down too.
And one of those tools, I'm only giving y'all a couple of the freebies today. All right, because y'all know, man, New Agent Talk is every Friday, 1 to 3:30. All right, 1 to 3:30. New Agent Talk is every Friday. All right, so I want to make sure you guys know RPR. All right, RPR, Realtors Property Resource. Now, Realtors Property Resource is going to allow you to go right ahead and see exactly what's going on in your market. And if you guys are on Clubhouse, many of you are on Clubhouse. If you're not on Clubhouse, stop sleeping on Clubhouse. Okay, get into Clubhouse, jump into the role playing rooms, join our rooms. But today, Clubhouse is crazy. Clubhouse is insane, right? It's insane. It's insane.
All 3 of us learned so much off Clubhouse. It's amazing.
Yeah,
please,
a lot. That's how I started making phone calls.
That's what I'm talking about. Please let them
role
know.
Play every day. We all in the role play room.
Yeah,
20.
100%. Every time, guys. Every day we're there. But the reason why I put that in there, because today we was in Clubhouse and I had a young lady from Chicago, and I was talking to her, and she was letting me know about her market, and she didn't really know 100% about it without pulling things up, because of course we were engaged in the conversation. But I simply asked, "What's your zip code?" Okay. She gave me her zip code. I typed it in. I was able to tell her that the median list price in your area is $325. The median sales price in your area is $300,000. There's a slowdown in your market right now. I was able to tell her that in 2 seconds. I was also able to tell her that 79% of the people in your market rent, right? And the remainder own. So that means we have to focus towards the absentee owners, right? I'm only giving you guys these detail, pieces here because we need to learn how to get to these resourceful points. All right. So RPR, put that in there. All right. And the last but not least tip I'm gonna give to new agents is bring shock value. Period. Bring shock value. None of that real estate. Hey, I got a house for sale coming soon. We hear that. We understand and we clap for you. I promise you we do. But if you're not shocking me with some value, I'm scrolling past you. I'm double tapping because you're my man and you're my team. I'm here for you, but I'm not staying on it, right? I need to know about a $100 down program. I need to know about a 0 down program. I need to know about a multi-unit deal that's just about to blow the roof off of the place, right? I need to know about a down payment assistance program that gives me $25,000 plus the seller's assist. Now I'm bringing nothing to closing. I need to know about those things. So for the new agents out there, shock your market. Shock your market. All right. So that's the tips. Shock your market. So I'm writing that down. All right. I'm writing that down.
We're not on Facebook anymore. To the iPhone user that said they couldn't find the link.
Word.
Are we not on Facebook?
Yeah.
Nah, we're still on
Well,
Facebook. I'm
no, we
looking
are on
at it.
Facebook, but I sent out the link.
We had somebody else in.
to
We got
allow
Ashley in
people.
here. She got her video
Hey,
on. Ashley, how are you?
Ash.
What's going on? She jumped
Hey, how
right
are
in here.
you? I'm well.
It's
How are
all
you?
good.
Ash.
Hey, Bruce, you could have kept your video on,
KW
Bruce.
Morristown on strong.
I know they in here.
Yeah,
They
we in
jumped
here.
on
We
here.
in
They in
here.
here heavy. They said KW Morristown, guys. Make sure y'all keying in. So for y'all out there that's in New Jersey, matter of fact, I'll let y'all plug KW Morristown, man. Let them know where they can find y'all.
Oh, man, number
KW
one,
Morristown, you already know. Number one in South Jersey.
KW
It's actually funny
Morristown.
because I actually met Joe on Facebook. Like he took his test, and I just needed someone to help me like figure it out. And he's like, "Yo, come to KW Morristown." I ain't look at no other brokerages. I'm like, all right, the vibes is good. I'm signing up. I just need somewhere to hang my license.
Word.
I'm ready to hit the
look
ground
where you at
running.
now, though. Look where we
I
at
sold
now.
that, right?
But that's the kind of mentality that everybody needs to be a part of. If you're going to be a real estate agent, increasing your wealth, bringing home phenomenal contracts and putting them out there, you need to have support. All right. Many of you do not even have role-playing rooms in your offices. And that's a fact, because I don't have a role-playing room in my office. Okay. And I'm trying to build one. I'm building one and you know what I mean, at the home base. But again, it's more or less of we need this. Okay. If you're going to be a real estate agent, because the correction is coming. I know I'm not no conspiracy theorist person, but I do know that real estate is cyclical. Okay, it's cyclical. That means it's going to continue going around and around and around. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. So when that happens, okay, nobody is going to go with a willy-nilly real estate agent who just happens to be popping by. They don't know the market. They don't understand. They want skill set, right? So we're ahead of the curve by increasing your knowledge now, right? It may not seem like much today. No, we're not going to give you some $1 million scheme to go make it tomorrow. But what we're telling you here is every single step matters. And if you're taking the wrong steps with your brokerage or the people around you, I can't even tell you the last time I watched the news. I ain't getting into the political arena, but I'm telling you guys that changing what I view on a daily basis has a big effect. And that same thing with the people you keep around. So yeah, man, that's basically what it is. But we're gonna go into some Q&A, man.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna jump into some Q&A real quick. So what's going on, man? Let me see what I got. I know I got some questions right here. All right, so hold on, wait. All right, yeah, boom. Let's put this out to the group. What's the best time to buy? Somebody sent me that
right now,
text message.
Why did you ask?
Right now.
Why do you ask?
In the history, you feel me, Ash? Buy right now.
Why do you ask? That's my question. You asked me what's the best time to buy. Why you ask?
Okay. So it's right now, basically, right? It's right now. But what you just did, though, Ashley, is you opened it up for, you know, it was the open-ended question. So now they have to explain to you, why did they ask? Because
motivation is everything. I need to know your motivation for whatever. I'm gonna know.
Wait a minute, though. Wait, see, KW Morristown is in the building tonight. Wait a minute, hold up. So motivation. All right, we're gonna put that down because for all the agents in here, if you cannot identify your client's motivation very quickly, you're gonna lose them because that motivation needs to be present at all times. If a person comes to you, they want to buy a house, if they don't know their motivation or they don't understand it or they can't articulate it, it may not be ready right now. But if they tell you, well, my lease is coming up in 2 months, that's why I'm asking. Boom. Go ahead. Let's and keep reminding them when you riding around, taking them to every house every 5 seconds. Like, we got to get this done before your lease is up. Now they change their tune a little bit. So that's another cool way to keep that out. So motivation. All right. So the best time to buy is right now. It's right now. All right. What else we got?
It's now or never.
It's now or never.
Them interest rates is really low right now.
Yeah. All right. So
not as low as 2020, but it's low.
That's because I wanted to sell this market for a bigger return. I'm going through the questions, guys. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask them. Let me see here. Yeah, door knocking is definitely tough, especially because of COVID. That's facts.
Not even
But I
because
just
of
stepped back
COVID,
though. I
because
just
you
stepped
could,
back.
yeah, you could step back. You could step
Yeah, I
back
stepped
You
back.
always
for
step back.
sure.
You're not gonna see like
You
those.
step
Always
back.
step
You got
Or
to
wear a
look good though.
mask.
So what about the image? Let's talk about the image real quick. That's a real key point that I haven't really dove into. Is because when you present yourself, right? I don't know about you guys, but when I'm door knocking, everything's got to be right, right? And I'm gonna lay it out there. I'm gonna lay some personal things out there. When I'm door knocking, I wear prescription deodorant so my arms don't sweat.
Bro, got that thing.
Okay, I mean that was just like
wait. I'm dropping it on y'all tonight. No, it's past 9:00. But well, wait though. Why does that matter? Why does that matter? Let's talk about that. Let's be real. Why does that matter?
So I feel like anybody dealing with anybody that they want to work with, they don't want them to look like they're making or smell or whatever, making much more money, because it's like, how much are you really making off of me? But they don't want them to come in just looking however. They want them to look like they're successful, they know what they're doing, and they're about it. Presentation is everything. I walk around my trench, my heels, but I make sure I don't have no extra diamonds on and all that, because I don't want to look like I'm trying to con you in any way or make a crazy amount. But I also want to come very presentable, sharp, and have to know what I'm talking about and I'm doing.
Gotcha. I like that.
For me, it's like, all right, so I don't do door knocking, but when I go on a listing appointment, it depends on the area, right? So if I'm taking a listing in a lower market area, like a low poverty area, I'm coming natural, like no
but
extras.
I'm talking about in a general sense, because we all know how it feels to pull up on Kensington,
you want to be
Kensington
like
Allegheny. You can't be looking like Dapper Dan down there. Somebody might try you, but at the same time, the reason why I'm touching on that, and again, for all y'all out there watching, what we're speaking of is learning. We adapt to our environments. Okay, we're not going to go into situations, because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, as a real estate agent, our jobs are very dangerous. Okay, a lot of people don't talk about that. Okay, our jobs are very dangerous. We go into situations where we go into basements with no egress. That means no exit, right? And if you're walking in front of somebody, you can get knocked in the head really fast, and things can happen, right? So again, when you and again, I'm not gonna go detailed into that, but what I'm saying is presentation is everything. So I just wanted to dive into.
Yes, presentation is everything. Come looking correct, smell good. Don't put on, nothing that's going to get you robbed, or, something that's going to make you stand out too much. You know what I mean? But presentation is key, because you don't want just anybody walking in your house. Right.
Yeah, my man Jason said K&A, they're going to try you. So anyway, listen, so let's talk about what's the difference between a real estate agent and a realtor. What's the difference?
So a real estate agent does not have access to realtor benefits. Realtor is, hold on, I'm having a brain fart. I can't think of the, what is it, like National Association Society or something?
National Association of Realtors,
Of realtors, yeah. So you have to be with a broker that is tied to NARS. Because if you're not, you can't use that term. If you're caught using that term, realtor, you can be fined for it if your broker does not have any association with NARS.
I like that. I like that. How about you, Joe? You gotta split that. It's the same thing, or you got something to add on that?
They see Amelia hit that thing around the nose, man.
I'm a nerd with it. Listen, she's 100% correct. She's 100% correct. But I'm going to add on to it, right? Because after I add on to this, we're going to get into what drives you guys. Because we all want to know. I'm sure everybody that's watching this want to know why we here at 10 o'clock at night on a Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right? Wednesday, talking about real estate. Because we're going to talk about that. But anyway, a realtor and a real estate agent, the differences are very, 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 very clear. Now, a realtor, yes, a part of NAR, but a realtor has a code of ethics, okay? Yeah. A realtor has fiduciary duty, all right? In fiduciary duty, you only hear those terms when you're dealing with a lawyer, doctor, someone of high standard in your community, all right? For us real estate agents out there, especially the new ones, when you guys are operating in your communities, you need to operate with some type of an authority in your presentation, your presence, and your knowledge. because that's who you are. You are the authority figure of real estate. All right. When you are a realtor, you have code of ethics. Why do I worry about a code of ethics? No, I'm not going to break them, but you want to articulate that to your client so they know you have their best interest, right? Because if they don't know, they don't know. They just think you just like a regular real estate agent that just does their job.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm a realtor. I have a code of ethics and I have a fiduciary duty, and I carry a high level of confidentiality of your information, right? I can't tell you how many times I dealt business with family, friends, and we get into the money part and everything gets a little weird, right? Because everybody a little, I don't want you to see my shit. You know me. I'm like, man, I'm a realtor. Like, let me explain who I am. Because you have to explain who you are. People who are close to you, seeing you grow up, they are not going to see you in the same light you see yourself right now. They're going to see you as they see you. And that may not be in that standard of a lawyer or a doctor, right? So again, it is very important that if you are a realtor out there, make sure you're letting people know and explaining to them the difference from you versus another real estate agent. Okay, so I had to lay that down because all of us here are realtors, and it's very important that you know when you're dealing with a professional. So
yes, and the public does think that everybody is realtors. They're not.
Yes.
So it's really important that you address that to your client, just like Javier said. Let them know about those code of ethics and your fiduciary responsibility to hold all that information for them.
And yes, an agent is like a car salesman. I used to be a car salesman, by the way. A really good car salesman, I'm telling you right now. But it is like a car salesman. They're just there to sell you something. And that's okay because they have to make a living as well. But a realtor has a code. We live by a code. Okay, so let's jump into what drives us before we head out of here. We got another 20 minutes, but let's start with
20. It might be time for my baby's bedtime.
Oh, man. Hey, listen, we're going to be jumping off here quick, guys. Y'all already know it's late. It's nighttime, but we're going to finish this up. So Jersey Joe, real quick, hit us with what drives you, why you're so passionate, man. We want to know. We're going around the room, by the way. So Bruce, you in here full 10 toes, baby. You here. We're going to ask you too. So go ahead, Jersey Joe.
My motivation and my why is basically to motivate the Black and brown communities, to show them that.
Turn your mic up a little bit. Is it me or is it? Can we hear you? It's kind of low. I just want to make sure we all hear this. This is going to be good.
Yeah, my why is basically to motivate the Black and brown communities, to show them that you could take another route in life. It's by them seeing in myself, me hustling, doing what I got to do, me doing these sales and these deals and everything. I just want to motivate and inspire them that you don't have to go the street route. You could go this route. You can go the real estate route or any route that you want to take, but besides the street route. Because me being a correctional officer, man, I see it on both sides. So I'm inside the jails and I know that they don't want to be there. And you know what I mean? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like seeing them there. I want to see them doing things with their life. So there's other routes you could take in life. I just want to show them that being a real estate agent is another route you could take in life. So I'm from the same place they from.
Like that. That's heavy, man. That's
was
amazing,
good.
man. Thank you so much for your service, by the way. For real.
Yeah,
that's like right there, man. I like that.
Yeah, that's my why, man. So I just want more people to let them know that being a realtor is another profession that they could take. And that route and everything.
Sure.
I like that. All right. Well, let's go around the room. Ashley, you wanna give us your why, your passion for real estate? Cause we're gonna go around because I know she's thinking about what she's gonna lay down. Cause Joe
I have a list of whys. And my whys are so deep they make me cry every single morning. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning and my whys make me cry. And if your whys don't make you cry, they're not deep enough. They're not strong enough. So I don't know where to start with that, but I just know that my whys make me cry.
Wow.
Just give us one of your whys. I would love to know one of your whys.
That's heavy. That's heavy right there.
Just one of them. I need to know so I can make my
I'm
why
going to get
stronger.
to the point of generational wealth where I can show women that dealt with domestic violence, that had to relocate and come to a place where they had nothing. And they had to put themselves in a shelter and leave one state to another and had no one and had to build themselves up by themselves. I want them women to look at me and be able to know that they can do it too. That's just one of my whys.
Yes. Love that.
That's
round of
we
applause
here for that.
Those women.
Yes, we here for that.
For them women.
We here for that.
And I want to build a community of homes for those women where they don't have to go into those shelters that I went into and go into those low income housing. We can build those homes that lets them women have those places for them and their children. I was lucky to not have children.
Wow.
So
that's powerful right there. And real estate is going to make all that possible. Real estate is going to make all that possible right there. Real estate will make all of that possible. We're definitely going to help support that. So yeah, wow. Hey, Bruce, man, it's getting hot here, baby. It's getting hot here, Bruce.
I don't know how I can compete with all these altruistic I don't think I can compete with all these altruistic reasons for being in the business.
Speaking truth, man, whatever it is, because everybody why is different. I talk to people all over this country, and I deal with people who have just limitless amounts of money, and they have to discover what their why is, the same as we do, right? And I say we because I belong to a different group, right? So I don't have a limitless amount of money. So I speak to a lot of different folks that have different situations and backgrounds, but everybody has a why, right? Because if you didn't, you'd just be laying in bed all day watching Netflix. And I do encourage that on snow days, though. I want to let y'all know I am for the Netflix on the bed and snow days. But Bruce, all joking aside, man, tell us why are you in real estate,
from a more mundane standpoint. Yes. I got into real estate because I'm tired of living on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's what it comes down to. And I have to say that
talking about.
That's real shit, Bruce.
I'm just to fill everybody in, as Javier knows. I used to be a high school teacher, and then I went into a school photography business. And it's not as big as it used to be. I'm old enough to be everybody's grandfather here, maybe great grandfather. So
my dad is in the room. Ain't nobody older than him.
You my man, Bruce. You my man.
But I do have I have had a school photography business, but because of the COVID virus, they wouldn't allow me to photograph because of the state mandates here in New Jersey. They wouldn't let outsiders into the school, not even parents. We're not allowed to go into the school. So I've been without an income for quite a while. So that prompted me to get started in real estate. And like I said, the motivation is still there to get off of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
I like that, man. I like that, man. That's good, Bruce, man. Bruce, we appreciate you. And I'm super excited because Bruce is always with us. He's been with us for a very long time. And most of our stuff on Fridays, and we do our events. But coming here, it's my first time being on Zoom late at night. I gotta let you know. 10 o'clock at night, I'm normally sleep. I'm normally laying downstairs, read the book.
Past the bedtime. So we got the kids.
It is past my bedtime. I'm just wearing a shirt and tie, ready to go to bed. But listen, this is why we're here. This is the first of many roundtables. This is not going to be just one-off thing. We're going to do these as frequently as we can, maybe every week, maybe every other week. But it's going to be here for other agents to encourage other people to get on here, get on live. We originally made it just for us three to have a panel, but you guys really opened it up that we need other people to join us. So I do love the fact that y'all just jumped into the Zoom. And now I have it packed on the live on Facebook. So catch us again. So what's going on? Tell us your why. We are here now. What is it? Ms. Adams, we're talking to you, Ms. Adams.
Oh, okay. Because I was just like, whoo, this is a lot.
Yeah, this is your time.
So my why, it's a little bit of everything. So my why really was to aspire to inspire, right? I want to motivate and let Black and brown people know that you need to fix your credit. Okay, you can definitely buy a house. You don't have to live in poverty. You don't have to be at the bottom for the rest of your life. If you fix your credit, if you attain knowledge, if you get the right people in your corner, like I think that you need a doctor, a lawyer, a therapist, and a real estate agent, because you need those people in your life, and a financial advisor to really move you, to really get you to where you need to get to in life. And so I think that, people need to have these important people in their lives to, I'm having a brain fart right now, but to really just, you can live anywhere in America. You can, if you get yourself together and you get your credit right, you really can move anywhere in America. So
like that. You want to let people know. You want to educate. You want to educate and get things going.
Inspire to inspire. Yeah.
No, 100%, 100%. We had some people in here asking what makes us the best. And also, guys, we're all in different markets. So look us up. We're going to give all the information at the end. Want to give y'all my why is very, very straightforward. And the reason why I do what I do is truly to empower and encourage other real estate agents. When I got into this game, it was very much sink or swim mentality. I had to learn it all, which is why me and my wife created the New Agent Handbook. And we're out here giving knowledge to real estate agents. I want to make all of you dangerous in your own right, not really actually dangerous, right? But in your business. I want to optimize and make sure you can leverage your brokerage. You can leverage all this free information and not waste hundreds of dollars. So that's my why for getting up every day, sitting in this chair, being blinded by this big ass ring light, talking into this microphone for real, because it's blinded. I got to stare at the camera to make sure I don't go freaking blind. It's crazy, but I'm doing this all to make sure you guys get this information. Right? I have the gift of gab to sell. It don't take me nothing to go out and sell something and help people encourage. Okay. That's easy for me, right? I could do that, but I'm here giving knowledge to you guys. And I'm not talking just anybody in this room, but everybody across this country.
Yeah.
For those people who live in paycheck to paycheck, the average agent only makes $30,000. We ain't talking everybody's a millionaire. All right.
Javier, let me just add on to that real quick.
Jump in there.
You said living paycheck to paycheck. Listen, I dropped from a full-time worker to work part-time just so I could do this full-time, right? So it's like I have money saved, but it's like, listen, it gets tight. It gets tight, but I'm glad that my hubby, he's a real estate investor and he does so much. So he helps and supports me, but real estate is not a cheap career. Like it's really not. You need $1 to be empowered. Everything.
We have to be empowered. And I'm here. We're here. That's why we're doing this. All right. So that's my why. The generational wealth thing is going to come. Right. I give before I get. For sure. Right. Because to make you a powerful real estate agent in your own right to generate business in any market, that's my mission. That's why the New Agent Handbook team is the most dangerous team right now for new agent training, period. We're not giving you no fluff. We're not selling you no Lamborghini dreams. We're telling you how to get a deal tomorrow. It's not going to be easy, but if you stay with us, you stick with us, you're going to learn. No, it's not. It's not going to be crazy expensive, right? Because again, the handbook is $20, right? And for you out there watching this, if you guys want the handbook, by the way, use discount code RPR. That's RPR and get 25% off. I'm trying to tell you and to make that happen. So before we go, where can we find everybody? Real quick, let's go. Jersey Joe, where can we find you at on social media? And by the way, Mr. Light Guy wanted to know what makes us all different. And that's just because I love the question, by the way. And you can catch us all in different markets. So you can use all of us for real estate, by the way. So that's what makes us different because we're not all in the same market. So anyway, where can they find you, Jersey Joe?
All right, so basically you can find me on Instagram at Jersey Joe Realtor. You can also find me on Facebook at Joseph Wanamaker and also Jersey Joe Realtor, my business page. And Clubhouse, Jersey Joe Realtor. That's one thing about branding.
You just type in Jersey Joe, you just find them anywhere.
For real.
That's real. One thing about branding. One thing about branding, you want to keep everything the same. Easy to find you.
That's what I like. Branding.
I'm still not sure for my name, but yeah, you can just find me on Instagram, AA Real Estate, Facebook, my first and last name, Amelia Adams, and anybody looking out there to buy a house, South Jersey, working on North Jersey.
What I'm talking about. And you guys know where to find me. Just type in the New Agent Handbook. I'm right now, I'm getting these guys on my team so we can continue doing this. We're going to be putting out a product, guys, later on in the year. It's going to be consisted of branding, marketing, and straight up raw strategies. Listen, it is imperative for you to pay attention to those that are actually doing it. All right. We are disruptors in our own right. We put ourselves together and it's a powerhouse. All right. You guys all know we've been doing this. Okay. And I want you to continuously understand why we're giving you this information. For new agents, we want to see you succeed. For buyers, we want to help you accomplish those dreams. For sellers, we want to make sure you have an agent that's going to get you the highest and best deal. And for investors, hey, I'm going to make you some money, period. Like, that's what we're going to do. We're going to show you how to find a deal and make you some money. So I think everybody else, Bruce, where can they find you, Bruce? Do you have a social media, man? What's going on out there, Bruce? We're not going to leave y'all out. I want to know where can they find you, Bruce?
PB&J.
.com. I'm getting that website for you, Bruce. It's going down.
No, I mean, you just hit on a very sore topic here that I don't have any social media presence at all. I'm an old guy that's got to learn new tricks that the younger generation knows.
All right, we got you, Bruce.
My my Facebook page. My daughter put it together, and I just realized, I guess yesterday, I looked at it for the first time in about 8 months, and I realized that there were a few people that wished me a happy birthday. And I just realized it.
Like that. That's awesome, man.
But
we need to get you a social media. That's all.
Yeah, I've got to get something together. You know, I got a Facebook business page, maybe a website, you know, that sort of thing. Amelia, I'm down in your area. I'm in the Galloway area. You know where Smithville is? Right outside of Atlantic City.
Yeah. I'm not too much in that area. I just took a new rental listing, but we can always meet up, and I could definitely help you with anything you need help with.
I'd love to chat with you.
New Agent Talk, Bruce. New Agent Talk. She's gonna be there at the New Agent Talk. That's where the connections are made. New Agent Talk on Fridays from 1 to 3:30. That's where you can find most of us. You can find Bruce there, by the way, for all y'all that's loving on Bruce, man. Check him out, New Agent Talk. Listen, Bruce, we're gonna get you a social media set up. I promise you that. I thought I seen your name on my Instagram, but I could have been a bot. But I don't know. I didn't respond to it because I thought it was a bot. Ashley,
that was me.
That was you. So you have an Instagram. That was you.
No, that's the thing. I don't have an Instagram account. I don't know how they let me in, but they let me in. I think you spoke up for me. Put in a good word.
See,
but I don't have an Instagram account. But listen, I did leave you a message.
We're gonna set you up. We're gonna set you up with an Instagram. We're gonna hook you up with some pictures, some videos, some content. All right, and we're gonna get that right for you. And you're gonna be our nice beta test for the things that we're gonna do. We're gonna put together for agents. So last but not least, Ashley, where can they find you on social media, and what area are you in? You are in Morristown, New Jersey?
Yes, I'm in South Jersey. I also have a lot of connections with North Jersey. I also have connections with PA. I also have connections with Florida. And I also have connections in Atlanta as well. So anyone looking to move any of those places, I can help you guys out. And I can find you anywhere actually in the States. And I'm a.Augustin_real_estate.
I like that. She just laid it out like she on the whole country. She's not playing. Oh, there we go. What's going on? What's going on? She's like, I'm tired. It's night time. It's night. Listen, man, this has been way bigger than I thought. I really thought it was going to be real low key. I mean, the chat has been crazy. I tell you guys, I thank y'all so much for participating and for being here. And this is for everybody that's in the building that's not really on camera right now, but just here. I appreciate it. I mean, we appreciate it. That's why we're here. So I truly appreciate that. You reached the time limit from Facebook. All right, remove that limit. Oh, by the way, another gem for y'all new agents out there, put time limits on your social media usage. It'll tell you when you use too much time. Because if you spend too much time on social media, it'll go crazy. So, that's a gem for y'all new agents. So other than that, any last words? Huh?
What does that mean? It tells you
a time limit. So if I'm on Instagram too long, longer than 3 hours, my phone will tell me to take a break, and I just get off. Like you can set on your settings in your iPhone. You can set time
live or like scrolling.
No,
through?
like just on the social media app. Yeah, I spend a lot of time on social media. Yeah, I spend a lot of time. So I have to pull myself off because you know how it is. You get caught.
I never seen that.
Yeah, it literally just popped up on my phone. It was like, you spent too much time on Facebook today, turn it off. And I said ignore, and now I stayed on. So
you sure those weren't restrictions imposed by your parents?
I'm the parent, right? Yeah, so you're right. I am the parent for myself because I got to control myself. But anyway, thank you guys all for participating. Our next New Agent Roundtable is going to be released. It's going to be the same way as we did it this time, Zoom, live on Facebook. So we'll send the link out. Sorry for the upgrade in the beginning. We had to upgrade our whole service. So appreciate that. Other than that,
last words.
Any last words out there?
Thank you, everybody, for coming through. Father and husband, friends and family. I appreciate y'all. Jasmine, Briscoe.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I see you on the road.
I enjoyed listening to the comments too. I really did.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
The first New Agent Roundtable went off. Went out
I got some last words. I got some last words.
Wow. That's what I'm talking
some
about.
last words.
Last words, Jersey. Last word, Jersey Joe.
Like I constantly say, brand yourself. That's the most important thing in the game.
Brand yourself. All right,
I'm not
listen.
gonna-
So brand yourself, but I'm going to put the last words on it because I think this is going to sum it up for all of us. Assume nothing, verify everything. All right. Assume nothing, verify everything. If you are asking questions and the person you're asking questions to stops answering questions, you just found out. Okay. So ask questions. Don't assume. Get out there and get it. We are completely finished. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate it. See y'all soon. Hey, this Friday, New Agent Talk, 1 to 3:30. Go to the newagenthandbook.com. Newagenthandbook.com. Only one out there. Talk to y'all soon.
All right, peace.